Alright gang, what's going on? Shay from the SHEA Show. Now I'm at this location for this 4-family flat. You don't see 4-family flats usually going for the money they're going for. This went from $80,000 to $50,000. So I'm waiting on someone to come by to let me in probably today or tomorrow so I can see. They said it need work, obviously, but it's a 4-family flat. So over here, it depends if you get it cheaper than that. Let's say, I gotta see what's happening on the inside. Look right here, the roof. I can tell already, this between this roofing work and all the facial board and it's rotting out, you got 20 grand, if not more, just on the roof on this big ass house. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, about 20 grand or so. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 25 grand just to do the roof and all that woodwork, if not a little bit more. So that's why they went from 80,000 down to 50,000. But I don't know, that's the negotiating. Oh, look at the buck back here. Let me see if I can see that back here. You can't see really good. Let me see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Got a lot of work. You probably got about $30,000 out here alone. At least 30,000 alone outside, just on top, before you even walk in the door. So now we got to start doing our math. So it went from 80 to 50, which they know already is a problem. If you can drop that much so soon. So in order for this to be a halfway decent deal, and like I said, if it's all fixed up with a 4-family flat with rents being about $700 to $800 per unit, yeah, I think it might be worth the value. Not too bad. There's one down the street that sold, 4-family flat that sold for like 150,000 down there. I can see it from here. Look at that roof. Can you see it? It's solid on the outside. Looks solid on the outside. I don't know. In order to do a deal like this, would need about $30,000 on top alone. I don't know. I think I would have to offer them less than 20. Because I got to do the math. You got to figure, like, if you can get it for 20, and then you put 30,000 on top, that's 50. Then there's a 4-unit, depending on what happens on the inside, what you need on the inside. Let's say another, let's shits and giggles, let's say another 20,000. Let's just say another 20,000. It might not need that, but I'm just saying. So where we at right now? So we at what, 70? So we at, let's say we at 70 and 80 or 80,000 all in, rented out, $700 to $800 per unit. You try to sell it a year, 2 years down the road, 150, 200,000, you can still make a profit. Yes. This house right here, the guy next door was just telling me about what happened here. They had a graduation party here, and old Pookie got mad at somebody. He set somebody's car on fire right there in the driveway, and it set the house on fire. Pookie. Now look at the 4-family next door. Look how nice that is. Look at the one next door to it. I think that one just sold for over 100,000. Right there. I remember when they put that one together. See how nice this place is? Oh yeah. Look at that. They're still working on it. Working. They got lime. They still working on this. Wow, they putting a lot of money into this. Yep, still working on it. Then you got a 6 or 8 unit right there on the corner there. Then you got another 2-family right there. Then a 2-family right next door to that one, right next door to that one. But this, yeah, I remember they putting a lot of money into this, a ton of money. So yeah, so between that empty lot over there, there's an empty lot right there. So somebody probably end up buying that and doing something, unless the owner of that building owns that lot, which I'm not certain of. But that's a nice building. I think that might be an 8 unit over there. So it's a lot of multi units over here. See, Gibbs apartment. I think it's probably an 8 unit over there. But yeah.